What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scar. Welcome back to the channel. I was not able to film the intro in my house today because I went and got a haircut, and it's been a really long day. So I had to take my buddy. He was getting ankle surgery today, so drove up, took him up there, waited around until he was done, brought him back, took care of him a little bit, then went and got a haircut, and now we're in the gym. So working around, right, helping everybody out. But still making time to get into the gym is important. So it's been a good day. So happy to be in the gym now. Reading through 2 Samuel yesterday, read through David fleeing his kingdom, which is really interesting because the prophecy about his son sleeping with his concubines came true. And it said, like, his son would sleep with his concubines in front of Israel, and it's just wild, like, reading through it. So I'm, like, at a point right now where I'm, like, reading it, and I'm just, like, super invested in what happens next, you know, because this is the part of David's story that I'm unfamiliar with up until the King Solomon, pretty much. So that's about where we're at, and it's really interesting. It's just really cool how prophecies in the Bible like continue to come true, and like everything's coming through, and it's just really cool to watch. So I keep saying watch, read. The pre-workout's starting to hit. So, but yeah, right now we're warming up. We're hitting legs today. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a really good day. I'm excited to crush some legs. It's going to be a really good week. We got rest day tomorrow. But, the biggest thing that I want to talk about today is just being careful about what you listen to, like music that you listen to. And trust me, I'm all about it, but having discernment in the things that you listen to, what you listen to in your ears, like what you take in through your ears. Like there's times where it's like I'll listen to music. I'm not going to say everything that's not gospel music or Christian music is secular, but I want to say that like there will be things where it's like lustful, or it talks about like murder or drugs or alcohol or, you know, lust, stuff like that. Like that's usually when I hear that, you get that feeling in your spirit like, yo, I probably shouldn't listen to this. That's those times where it's probably better to just turn off the music. So I've kind of been going through like my gym playlist and trying to take a lot of those songs off. But it's difficult because, you know, I've listened to that music in the gym for so long. So now it's like changing kind of how I view it, how I listen to it. But there's times where I'll be like working out and I'll hear like a lyric in a song and I'm like, it just throws off the rest of the set, you know, because I'm like, I don't like that, you know. So we're working through it. But that's pretty much what I got today. Other than that, I got a really cool opportunity maybe to speak at a youth group event coming soon. We'll see, though. It's not for sure, but that's why I have this music on my mind is kind of what I want to talk about at the youth group event. So I'm polishing up a talking point, which I'm really excited about, but I have a couple that I've kind of been playing with, so I'm just praying that, you know, God kind of leads me in whatever way and whatever he wants me to speak about. So I got it like 2 weeks until it, so it's possible that something completely new comes up and we have no idea, but it's whatever God leads me to talk about. So other than that, we're warming up right now, just doing single leg curls, and then I'm going to do some walking lunges just to get ready to go, and then we're going to crush these machines, and then we're going to get into our deadlift. So we're pre-exhausting with the ISO movement machine, so leg extension, leg curl, and then adductors, and then we're going to crush deadlift, crush a hack squat, and then we'll go on from there. So the workout's going to be pretty killer today. I'm really excited about it. Today's turning into one of my favorite leg day, just because we're doing the deadlifts, and I love deadlifting. So we'll do it. We'll kill it. But let's warm up, get ready to go. leg curl, heavy. We're warmed up. We're about 150. So we're 3 to 4, just real, not high rep. So pre-exhaust, we want to just fatigue the hamstring as much as possible right away. And then biggest takeaway for last week on the deadlift is probably belt up pretty early. I definitely got done, and on Thursday I was feeling it. My lower back was feeling it. So, and that's mostly because we're doing a lot of hamstring and glute today. So as we go through and work, that lower back kind of has to pick up a little bit. The erectors in the back. But it was still good. Still a good workout. Legs are definitely still sore from Sunday's workout. So my adductors mostly. Everything else feels pretty good. So, but yeah, it's been a good week so far. Pretty much just going through until we get to Christmas. It's kind of that season of it's super busy. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing is just focusing on isolating the muscles as soon as we start, and then we go in and kind of hit everything else. So pre-exhaust, post-exhaust format. But for now, we're going to get in, do these leg curls, and then we'll move on to some heavy leg extensions. Start the watch up so I can track my workout. Cool. We're going to do probably 2-3 more of these. Stay right about where we're at. Should be good. One other thing I've been noticing that I've been doing, which really frustrates me when I get into editing, is I keep breathing into the mic. So I apologize for that. Now that I said that, you guys are going to just focus on that. Please don't. It's embarrassing. But, yeah. It's a good day. I got some Qdoba today. That was super good. I did a bowl, though. Since we're cutting, I got to cut carbs out. That's like my biggest thing. That's usually what I fluctuate the most, my carbs. So, no bowl, brown rice, adobo chicken, Diablo queso, lettuce, jalapenos, and then the red salsa. Oh, so good. Probably my favorite. Fast food that's not fast food, Qdoba, 100%. Yeah, super good. Leave it in the comments. What's your Qdoba order? Let me know. Usually I do a double wrap burrito. That's Qdoba and Chipotle. It is a double wrap burrito, white rice, chicken, double chicken, queso, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, jalapeno. But that's for a bulk. So in the cut, it's always way less, which stinks, but it's still good. But yeah, did that today. I went to Target and I got a Element drink. The packets, I usually do the hydration packets. They're usually pretty good. I didn't know they have a canned one. I was just walking around and saw that. I was like, try it. I usually put those in a big water bottle for the day. Obviously the can is the size of, a Red Bull, and it was super salty. So, I don't know. It was fine, but a lot of salt. So, if you like that, try it. But all right, let's get into it. All right. We'll do one more, but after this, we're going to get to leg extension. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a dog. Her name is Boba. She is awesome. I got her in 2021. She was a year old already. And I got her from a shelter in Colorado. She's my BFF. So, biggest thing is I want to get a tattoo, obviously, that's of Boba. But I wanted to do something cool, like, you know, that kind of matches my tattoos. And if you guys have seen, like, I like Star Wars a lot, which a lot of people probably think that her name is from Star Wars. It's not, unfortunately. She's a Shiba Inu mix, so I thought Boba Tea would be kind of cute, you know. But I like to joke and say that her middle name's Fett, like Boba Fett. So I was thinking about getting like an American traditional Boba Fett tattoo, you know, because I love Star Wars, and also like, you know, Boba. So you guys have seen like the Boba Fett helmet in my office, so I think it would be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm probably going to do it even if you guys say it's not. But it's just one of those things where it's going to be interesting just to see it. But right now, we're on leg extension. If you couldn't tell by the machine, we're at 170. So we're going to just rep this out. Probably 2 more sets of this, and then we'll move on to... I think adductor is next. I'm not sure though, but we'll move on to whatever's next. So let's do it. Oh, all right, that was a lot. So we'll go up to 190. Yeah, we'll finish out here. Started 150, 170, 190. So doing good. But yeah, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? It's a tough one. I like Episode 3 a lot. I think that's my pick. I like the fight between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I think that's dope. I feel like there would be a lot of Episode 4s, though. If you say 7 through 9, I don't know. I don't know if I trust you. But, yeah, I'm kind of a nerd for Star Wars. Yeah. Funny thing is, I didn't watch them until I was like 19. I decided to watch all of them one weekend. Funny thing is I always liked the Lego sets when I was a kid. I always thought like the Legos were super cool. I think that's why I like Boba Fett so much, because his Lego piece was like awesome and like my favorite. But you know, like growing up, I always liked the Legos, then never watched the movies, and finally watched the movies. I started the Clone Wars. I don't think I ever finished it though, so it's probably my next show to watch. I've been watching House of David. That's been really good. I watched Invincible. Super good. So just catching up on everything that I haven't been watching. So we're getting there though. But yeah. All right, let's get into the next and last leg extension set, and then we'll move on. We're doing goblet squat. We got 80. I just did 12. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, we're doing this, and then we got Nordics on the GHD, and then sumo deadlift, 6x6. So it'll be good. We'll see if we actually do the 6x6 or not, though. I might just kind of move up a little bit heavier and play with it, but we'll see. Kind of matters how I'm feeling when I get there. So we'll either do a 6x6 at 275, or we'll do go a little heavier. But I think the 6x6 will put us right in the slot. So feeling good right now. Quads are feeling it. So this might just be a 2x AMRAP with this. So I might just do another one to failure, and then we'll go to the sumo deadlift, or the Nordics and then the sumo deadlift. But yeah, good workout so far. We got abs after too, but probably won't record that. Kind of got dead brain, just locked in, feeling good, listen to music, ready to go. So we'll get into this, we'll crush it, and we'll move on to the next thing. So let's do it. This is the worst part about doing a goblet squat though. It's like picking this thing up. And the worst part is like my quads get heavier. So like I almost have to like Zercher squat or Zercher deadlift this dumbbell, because now it's starting to get heavy. Kind of stinks, but all right, let's do it. All right, done with that. We'll go do some Nordics, then we'll finish out. We're doing Nordics on the GHD. I add this to every leg day now. This is like the best pump I get in my hamstrings when I do these. Most activation that I get too. So I like staying these, keeping these in the workout. Yeah, I still have to use the GHD. I'm not doing it on the floor yet. I mean, maybe one day get one or two. But this is probably, for me, hamstrings has always been my weakest part, just because for, years, I would back squat and I would leg extension, but I would do like only leg curls and maybe RDLs, but my RDLs were always like high rep because I was so nervous about my lower back. So now adding like deadlift, heavy RDLs, more of these. Like I'm starting to see that more, like the curve actually in my hamstrings, which is really nice. But just gotta keep going, because the thing is, like when I maxed out, my deadlift was the same as my squat, which is ridiculous. The other thing with that though is that we were squatting super hard for the prep for that max lift, and the only thing we did for the deadlift was rack pulls. So I was rack pulling from above the knee. The only thing is, like, we did nothing for the stretch position of the hamstring at that point. So like getting it off the floor for me is the hardest part. But it was just one of those things where if we would have like continued to lower the rack pull until we got to the floor, it would have been different, I think. I mean, in my opinion. But that's something for next time. So still focusing on hamstring development, just because I feel like it's underdeveloped compared to my quads for sure. So I mean, my legs look pretty decent from the front, but like from the side, I need more of a fullness. It's the same as like your triceps and your biceps. Like if you have big triceps, your arms just look big, you know. Like you could crush, you know, bicep peaks, but if you don't have any triceps, your arms aren't going to look full, you know. So we're kind of in the same area with our hamstrings right now, but we're working on it. We're getting there. Don't even get me started about my calves. We didn't do calves for a long time, so that's been the nice part about programming stuff for myself, is like I know where I'm weak at, and I'm hitting it hard, and I'm doing all the things that suck. So for right now, we'll hit these Nordics, and then we'll go hit the sumo deadlift, and then we'll do some calves and abs, and we will get out of here. So let's do it.
Wipe these off. I'm sweating. It's humid today. Let's do it. Now's a good decision point of if I want to do another set of this or if I'm tapped out. I feel pretty tapped out, so I went pretty heavy on the leg curls earlier, so it's probably a good idea to get into the sumo squat now. And then, yeah, we'll go into the sumo squat now, get that going, get that started. That's a long workout, especially if we do the 6x6. So, all right. Let's go set it up. Sumo deadlift. I feel like I've been saying squat. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying though. So we're doing 6x6. We're on set 3. Yeah, set 3. So no straps yet. Trying to stay with the grip. And I mean, obviously, if that becomes a factor, then we'll strap up. I care more about my hamstrings than I do about anything else with this. So obviously if my hands and forearms become a limiting factor because I got little bird arms, then we'll fix that up. But for right now, we'll stay with just no straps, and then we will move on. But I'll probably record every one of these sets, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let's get in. Let's attack the bar. That's kind of what I'm thinking to myself. Just because once I get the first one out of the way, I'm pretty smooth. But getting that first one out of the way is always the toughest one for deadlift. So especially if you're doing reps. Big thing though, I don't want to bounce the weight off the ground. I want to reset I think that was my issue last week, because I was bouncing the weight off the ground, and I wasn't like focusing on my form, so my lower back got a little more activation than I wanted it to. But for right now, we'll focus on form, focus on resetting every time, and focus on feeling it where we're supposed to feel it. And yeah, let's get in here, attack the bar, and crush it. I gotta remember to breathe. Got a little lightheaded. That's all right. We're doing good. Crushing it. So, reset. Give it about a minute or two, and then we'll get back in. Last set. So, this is where we want to go and get as much out of it as possible, especially with the amount of fatigue that we have. What I'm focusing on the most for all of this is bar speed. How fast can I get it off the ground? Focusing on just power, right? These are power lifts, you know. So, especially with the lightweight, focusing on just getting it up quick, getting that initial off the floor out of the way as quick as possible. And yeah, obviously focusing on form. This is the last set though. We're gonna crush it, and then I'm gonna do calves and abs, but you guys will go straight to the post down. So let's get this out of the way. Let's finish strong. Let's move fast. Praise God while we do it, huh? All right, let's do it. All right, let me turn this down. All right, we are finished up. At least you are. The video is. I still got a little bit more to do. Crush some calves. Got to do some abs, but that'll be a little later. We're gonna pose down. Feeling really good. It was a good leg day workout. There was something I wanted to bring up. Completely forget what it is. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Quality's not gonna be great, but I'm trying to find like a good, whatever, that'll work. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Hit a good workout, but yeah, I got complimented on my shirt. If you want to get a shirt like this, go to the 1% Fitness, use code SCAR20 at checkout. Last I checked, they were doing 35% off. That was for Black Friday. So it might be back down to 20. I would just check, see what they're doing right now. And yeah, if you want to get some whole strength gear too, go check them out. Use code SCAR10 at checkout for them. And like and subscribe if you made it this far. It really helps. Leave a comment like we talked about earlier. Talk about your favorite Star Wars episode. I forget what the one before that was, but it's kind of a long workout today, so kind of blanking, but feeling good. Definitely had a good workout, ready to pose down. So we'll pose down, and then we will get out of here. So I don't know how the pose down's gonna look because I'm zooming out, but we'll mess with it, and I might have to play with it in editing, but we will see. feel good. Yeah. Legs are looking beefy. We're 3 days into the cut, so feeling good. You can definitely see the adductor more, which is nice. I definitely hit calves good too. But you can see how like this is starting to develop a little bit, kind of like how we were talking about. That's what I'm focusing on, is just this curve back here. But we're getting there. Calf development still needs work, but it's all right. Oh yeah, hamstrings are feeling that. But yeah, just really focusing on my definition through my legs. That's always, my leg definition is always the first thing that comes when I start cutting. So we're gonna give it a couple weeks. Probably, I know it's kind of dumb for me to start the cut right before Christmas. It's always what happens. But like I said, I'm going home. So honestly, I might fast for a little bit and take that time to kind of reset, kind of see what I'm doing. But we will see. You know, it's just kind of letting God lead me right now. And all the blessings that he's been giving me has just been amazing. So I'm really working on trusting in him, especially when things just seem like they're not really going my way. Like, still having that trust in him is so important. So focusing on that right now. Just kind of getting ready for everything that's coming. Yeah, so it's been a busy week. Next week is also going to be a busy week. And then Christmas break. So staying in there, just getting in the gym, crushing it, working hard, working on the diet. And yeah, so like I said, like and subscribe if you made it this far. I hope you guys have a blessed day. And yeah, I will talk to you guys on Friday. We got a rest day tomorrow. Yeah, and that's it. So I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.